Hey everyone, CFL Park Hopper here at Epcot, and we are checking up on the Food and Wine Festival. We did a video back in the summer when it first opened, and now it is October, and so some more booths have opened now that it is fall. So we're gonna go in and have some great things to eat. Let's go. All right, our first stop is gonna be Hawaii tonight. Hawaii is one of my favorite booths every year. I love the pulled pork slider, so that's what we're gonna get. Yum. Here. Okay, so I love this Kahlua pork slider. I get it every year. It's a nice Kahlua pulled pork. It's got this spicy mayo on top and a pineapple relish in the middle. It's super good, and they always serve it on a King's Hawaiian roll. I love it. Some sweet heat on it this year, man. It's pretty spicy. I got a lot of mayo, but the pork is so tender, so well marinated and juicy with that Kahlua seasoning, and then that spicy mayo and the pineapple. It's just like a nice sweet, spicy, slow heat. It's really delicious. If you can come to the Hawaii booth, come get it. Absolutely delicious. All right, we're moving on after this. All right, so we've made it to the Flavors of Fire booth, which was not open in the summer. It is now open for fall, and they've moved it. It is here. Test Track is right in front of me. The old Mouse Gear entrance is here, but it's closed down. So Test Track is right there. There's the Odyssey building. We're gonna get something here for sure. I'm torn between the corned beef with crispy potatoes and cheese curds and a beer cheese fondue, or the chimichurri skirt steak. I think I'm gonna go with the corned beef, which is not something I would typically pick. I don't know, this whole thing sounds good. So let's see what it looks like. Okay, so now that I see this, I kind of think I got it last year. It does look familiar to me. So it is like the crispy fried tater chips. It's got the corned beef, looks like it's slow roasted braised corned beef. It's got the melted cheese sauce, which they said cheese curds in the description. And I was thinking like poutine cheese curds, but I think they've melted them down. And then it's got the pickled onion and the chives. So let's give it a try. Okay, so this is pretty tasty. The corned beef is pretty good. There's kind of some fatty parts, but some parts are pretty good. I like that really nice braised, tender corned beef. With the cheese, with the onion, everything, it goes delicious. This to me tastes like bar food, you know, kind of like something you could get to watch a football game. And I just realized that Flavors of Fire booth was hosted by the NFL. So maybe that's kind of what they're going for, like a game day type food feel. It's pretty good. I would get it again, I think. So, Flavors of Fire booth. The corned beef. I don't remember the exact name of it. The corned beef. All right. All right, our next stop brings us to the Alps booth, which has just opened for fall as well. It was not open in the summer, but last year they had this awesome Warmraclette Swiss cheese. It was like a melty Swiss cheese. They came with like potatoes and I think carrots and something else, maybe bread? I don't know, I can't remember, but it was delicious. I just remember the cheese was so good, and I've been craving it since last year, so let's get some. All right, so they turned this thing up a notch this year. They gave you like a whole little loaf of bread. There's the cheese underneath it. There's potatoes under here. And, oh, there's a gnat. And they gave you, you can get ham this year, Swiss Alpine ham. You can also still get it without the ham, but I thought this would be a nice little addition. Ugh, I'm gonna whack it while trying to get this gnat away from me. All right, let me give it a taste. Check this out, it's even better than I remember. You can make like your own little ham and Swiss cheese sandwich on the baguette. It does have like the little pickles in there too. You can't really see them, they're under the cheese. I'll pull them out in a second. All right, now I got one of those little pickles. Let's give it a taste. This is so good. I think this is my new favorite dish. It was that Hawaiian pulled pork slider, but I don't know, this is awesome. I like this a lot. There's just so many different ways to eat it. I love it with the ham and the potatoes and everything. Pickles, yum. All right, our next stop brings us to the America Pavilion, to the Hops and Barley booth, where they have an amazing lobster roll. And I have never, I will be honest with you, tried a lobster roll until the last time I came to Food and Wine, like a month or two ago in the summer. And they have this every year, and I just always overlook it. And I'm a huge fan of seafood, and I just fell in love with it when I tried it. And I can't believe that I have never tried one before. I'm not from New England, so, you know, I didn't really get the whole hype of this. I think this is like becoming one of my main staples now. So if you're a big fan of seafood, if you like lobster, come try the lobster roll here in America. Let's get one. All right, everyone, so here is the lobster roll. Look how much meat is on here. It's just delicious. And it comes on like a garlic toast. And then you get like a garlic butter sauce to dip. So here we go. All right, that is just delicious. A nice cold seafood. It's really nice and refreshing when it's hot out here in Florida. It's got like a very light herb mayo on it. It's very light. It goes really well with the lobster. And this garlic toast is just delicious. So 2 thumbs up for this lobster roll here in America. All right, we're gonna head inside the World Showplace, which is located right between Canada over here and England over here. So that's where you'll find it. And they have some extra booths inside here, so let's go in. Okay, so there are 4 booths inside here, and I've tried several things in here throughout the couple of months that I've been coming to this. So first of all is the festival favorites, and they have kielbasa and pierogi, which they used to have a Poland booth. It hasn't been around for the last couple of years. That is delicious here. They also have the spanakopita that they used to have when they had the Greece booth, which they aren't having this year as well. So you can get those here. I can't remember if there's anything else. Let me check out. Oh, there's also the seafood fisherman's pie, which was at like the Ireland booth, which is not available this year. So some of these booths that they're not having, they condensed some of the favorites from the menus and brought them here. Next up is the dessert and champagne, and they have these frozen cake pops. They're nitro cake pops, which means they're frozen like in liquid nitrogen. Delicious, absolutely delicious. I've had the Twix one, and super good. If you like caramel and chocolate all together, and it was a chocolate cake pop, really good, really good. They also have M&M, and they just have like a plain chocolate one as well. And then down here was the Appleseed Orchard, and I had the frozen apple pie from here, and that was pretty delicious. It really tasted like an apple pie, and it was a slush, so it was nice and cool, you know, after the Florida heat. And then down here's the mac and cheese booth, and today we're going to try a different mac and cheese. So far I've had the lobster and or it's just the lobster mac and cheese. I guess it's just lobster, and I really like that. It had good pieces of lobster meat, just like the lobster roll that I just showed you. I've also had the buffalo chicken mac and cheese, which I personally didn't care for because I do not like blue cheese at all, and it has a lot of blue cheese on it, so I don't know why I ordered that. I just was really intrigued by it, but no, it just wasn't for me. So today I'm going to try the gourmet mac and cheese, which has Boursin cheese mixed in as well to the regular macaroni and cheese sauce. So this should be pretty tasty. They also do have a one that's with house-made Italian sausage and peppers, and I can guarantee you that I will not enjoy that at all. That's not my cup of tea. So, but I did enjoy that lobster mac and cheese, and I may have to come back and get that again before the festival is over. So today we're trying the gourmet mac and cheese. Let's go. All right, so here's our mac and cheese, and here's the Boursin cheese over here. So I'm gonna like mix it in, I think. All right, so it's pretty interesting. The mac and cheese is a normal, really good, like white cheddar mac and cheese. It's got some breadcrumbs in it. And then the Boursin cheese that they gave is like a herb, like a sour cream and chive herb. And it's served cold, so it's kind of an interesting mix of the cold and the warm. I'm not really sure if it's supposed to be served that way, but it's kind of interesting. Let me try to get another bite. All right, so I like it, but I don't know if I like it that the Boursin's cold. I wish it was a little warmer, or at least room temperature. I don't know how to explain it, but to me it contrasts the cold Boursin cheese and the warm mac and cheese. It's kind of too much of a contrast, but I like the flavor, if that makes sense. So it's a good flavor, but I just wish the temperature was a little different. Well, everyone, I don't know about you, but after all those wonderful dishes, I think it's time to find some dessert. Let's go. All right, so we're back at the Flavors of Fire booth where we had the that corned beef with the chips earlier. So now we're gonna get their S'mores Whippy Pie, it's called. So it's smoked chocolate cake with graham cracker, marshmallow, chocolate ganache, and candied bacon. Let's give it a try. All right, so here it is, the S'mores Whippy Pie. Check that out. So like totally it is a chocolate cake. Looks like with a graham cracker, and you can see the bacon pieces in the top. And then it has a full-on graham cracker with a marshmallow on top of that, and there's chocolate ganache like underneath. So I'm excited to try this. Okay, so this looks better than it tastes, and I don't know, maybe because it's cold right now. Maybe it's better if it's like fresh and hot, but Like, to me, it doesn't just, it looks really good and it looks like it should just gel the flavor, but it doesn't. Like, the bacon sticks out to me instead of enhancing the flavor. And I think if this marshmallow was warm and the chocolate in the middle was warm and more gooey, like how a real s'mores is, I think that would help it. And I think it would bring out the bacon a little bit better. But because the whole thing is cold, like, it's not ice cold, but like it's room temperature. Like, they made them a while ago. Like, they're not like freshly baked or anything like that. I think that kind of, the flavors just don't gel as much as they should. So, I don't know. Maybe you have to get it at another time. Maybe at certain times they're going to come out hot. I'm not really sure. I don't know if they ever come out hot. That's an interesting thing. I don't really know. But I think that would help it. So, it's good, but it's kind of disappointing because it's not exactly what I was hoping for. Well, everyone, that was a great time at Epcot, eating more food at the Food and Wine Festival. I'm glad that they've opened more booths now that it's fall. That Swiss cheese raclette was delicious at the Alps. And I love that pulled pork at Kailua Slider in Hawaii. The Lobster Roll in America, I've never had that before. That is now going to be one of my top favorites, go-tos for sure. So I will be back for more. And until next time, if you like today's video, hit like and subscribe down below to see more. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new video, which is usually once a week. Thanks for watching.